Okay, well, I think it's time to dust off the camera and do a little film for you, or a little video on what I've been making. I hope I'm pronouncing her last name correctly. It's the Garden Crochet Blanket, and it is actually a free pattern. You can download it off the Stylecraft website. I chose to purchase the book just because it had a lot of extra things in it, and it is a beautiful blanket, but it's also, you can make a cushion. There's 4 different colorways. I chose the very first one, but it is just absolutely beautiful. So I just wanted to share some of the blocks I've finished already. It's a beautiful, beautiful blanket, and I've just never seen anything like it, and I just had to know more about it. Like I said, there's 4 different colorways. The main one, which I am doing, is this parchment and caramel, so I will show you the picture from the book. That's parchment and caramel. That's the colorway I have chosen to do. There's Love is Enough, which is that one, which is more like turquoisey and orange and greens. And then this is Night and Dusk, which is blue and gray, kind of. And then the Red House. This is the Red House, which is like a raspberry and blue-violet color. So yes, it's the Fruit Garden Cal. So the first block I did is a Forget-Me-Not. That's what it's called. So this is the first block that I did. It's called Forget-Me-Not, which I just think it's beautiful. So it starts out, as she explains, it starts out kind of simple and easy, and then progressively gets a little tougher, or a little more difficult. The pattern is free, like I said. She also has videos on her YouTube channel to accompany it if you have any trouble. But what I really like about the book is that it has graphs. So if I get stuck on a certain point, I can look and see what stitch is supposed to be where and the count. So that helped me out a lot. So this was the very first one I made, and I love the texture of it. I love how it looks. I am using the Stylecraft yarn. I'm not doing every color exactly the way that she does. I am throwing in my own little things here and there, but this is the second block I did. This is Columbine. So this is the second block I did. And as you can see, there's lots of texture, there's lots of layers, lots of different colors. I did weave in my ends. I am so proud of that, which when you use this many different colors, I mean, there's a lot of ends to weave in. So I'm not going to say how many ends were there, but it was a lot, let me tell you. I had to keep on it. This is the third block I made. This is Clementine. And like I said, I am using different colors than what she did. I'm staying close. I'm staying in the same region. But I am using my own color choices. I am using a lot of scraps that I have left over from my hydrangea stripe blanket from Attic 24. It came with a yarn pack and the pattern. So I'm just using lots of those scraps, and then I did purchase the outer color parchment and the other color, which I will share in a minute. But for the most part, yeah, I'm using just what I had left over from another yarn pack. The next one I did, and like I said, they start out kind of simple and they kind of work up to a little bit more detailed. Okay, so this is called Aster, and as you can see, I did use a different border. This is called Toy, This is the color Toy. Instead of the parchment, I decided to try that. For this blanket, it was parchment and caramel. They were out of stock of caramel, so I just got Toy, and I think it looks okay. It kind of reminds me of orange sherbet. But anyway, yeah, you can see the details of all the different layers of colors, and oh, it's just beautiful, and it kind of gives it a 3D effect. Oh, they're just beautiful, and they're fun. They're fun to make. At first, I was having a little bit of trouble. It was a little bit intimidating because it does look very, very difficult, but she does a very good job of explaining it. She does a great job of walking you through it, and like I said, there's the pattern, there's the video, and then the graphs. So if you have a problem, if you get stuck somewhere, there's tons of help, and I just think it's not for beginners, definitely, but I think if you're a pretty moderate crocheter, you could do this. And you might surprise yourself, like I surprised myself. And then the last one I have to show, this was one I just completed last night, and this is called the Hollyhock. And again, I used the colorway Toy around the outside instead of the parchment. But I just love how this turned out, and it's just beautiful. I love all the different colors. So there it is. I believe the next one I need to do is, they're just beautiful. This book has lots of beautiful pictures in it. It has a lot of history and background of her inspiration for the Afghan and for her design. It also has testimonials from other crocheters that have made the blanket but did it in their own colorways or did their own design, and it's really cool. It's definitely worth it, I think, if you're going to go through this, to spend a little bit extra money and just get. I just love looking at the pictures, and I love reading about the history of it. So I am really, 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 really enjoying this book, really enjoying the patterns and the beautiful flowers that I have been creating that I honestly didn't think I could do. I mean, I looked at it and I was like, that's beautiful, I'd love to do it. I don't think I can. I actually did it. Now, my first try did not turn out so good, and I don't know where it is. My daughter ran off with it, but I did start one, and it didn't turn out very well, so I started a new one, and made mistakes, of course, but I just kept going, and I'm not going to cry over it not being perfect. It's not going to be perfect, but I did want to try it, and for not being perfect, I think it still turned out pretty good. Or they turned out pretty good. So, yeah. But I will share more as I get more done and as I start putting them together. That's the Fruit Garden Crochet Blanket. Lanterns. One of the lanterns I made. As I said, I'm using scrap. Not scrap. I'm using all different colors, and I'm going to be rotating them. That's the first one. Here's another one. But they are so beautiful, and they're so easy to make, and it's one of those patterns that once you get it, you can memorize it and just, go off with it. And I've really, really enjoyed making these, and making all different color combinations. And I can't wait to put it together. It's just going to be lovely. I think it's going to be lovely. And also I wanted to share a couple other books from you. And I will link these patterns down in the description box. If you are interested, you can go check them out. She also has a website. If you would like to go there and search through more patterns, more books, she has yarn packs. You can go search there, of course. Hers that's called Homespun Vintage, and it's got lots of crochet and knit patterns, And one of the ones I came across that I really wanted to try, and I did, it's called Babouchka. Beautiful, beautiful hexagon blanket. And I tried the square. I haven't weaved in the ends yet, but I tried one of the hexagons, and I really like it because of the border. I really like that. I haven't weaved in the ends, sorry. But I need to make it again because I did make a mistake on this red round. I actually did I was supposed to do a cluster and I did something else. But anyway, and I didn't realize it until I was all done. But anyway, I really like that. I'm going to be doing that. Another one I tried was from this book, Classic Crochet. Yeah, from Interweave. And if you see this picture on the back, that is another hexagon blanket, and that's a scrappy blanket, and I tried that, but it also had a joining method, and I really wanted to try that. So I used these different colors, and I did join them. So I think it has 5 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 rounds. So you make the 4 rounds, and then on the 5th round you join to the next square. So you make these strips, and then at the end you join the strips together. So I was just using 4, 5 colors and just kind of changing the order just to make them look different. And but I really like the method and I like the look of it. So now I can't decide because I like the look of this, but I like this too. I don't want to make 2 hexagon blankets. I want to make 1, but I'm wondering if I could switch them up. Use both. If they're the same size. No, one is a little bit bigger. I'm wondering. The wheels in my head have been turning. I'm trying to figure out how I could do both because I really like both. I like the look of both. And they're both, like I said, quick and easy, but they look beautiful. That is what I really like. I like patterns that look beautiful and unusual, but I like them to be easy too. I don't want anything complicated or difficult. I want something that I know that I will stick with. So anyway, that's something, again, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. And this is an amazing book. Highly recommend it. There's just so many beautiful stitches and stitch combinations that I've never even seen before, and it gives you the pattern for it so that you could make an afghan, you could make a pillow, you could make a throw, whatever. I mean, there's just so many combinations, so highly recommend that if you're interested in that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little tidbit. I don't even know if it was 20 minutes. But anyway, I will see you in the next video. God bless. Take care. Thank you for watching.